Welcome to PlusRowby, where we feature everything about Shopify Plus, trusted by merchants all over the world. Joining us today from Shopify Plus headquarters is Katie Cerar. Katie is the Shopify Plus Flow eCommerce Automation Product Manager. Hi, Katie.
Hey, how are you?
Just fine. To start off, Katie, would you please share with our audience what is e-commerce automation and what is the Shopify Plus Flow approach to e-commerce automation?
In a nutshell, is a sort of technology processes that really help to enhance merchants' interactions with all the bits and pieces of their shops. And it's really about taking back the time and letting you articulate and create ways for technology to do those things that you normally would do manually. It's really, for Flow specifically, it's about allowing you to simplify tasks, so cutting down on resources and steps you need to implement a new solution. It's about creating efficiency by making processes faster and shifting that time directly to Flow for Flow to run. And it also makes things simple and quick to experiment. So you can try new things out in Flow, different strategies, different ideas for growing your business without a single line of code.
And the bottom line to me, Katie, is Flow lets merchants automate repetitious tasks so they can focus on the important things, such as interacting efficiently with your in-house team as well as external services automatically, while at the same time delighting your customers in some really amazing ways.
Yeah, absolutely. What we're thinking about is if you're spending a lot of time on manual, time-consuming, tedious tasks, let you offload those to Flow and sort of let your employees shift to more high-value tasks, things that, really humans are far better at than machines.
Sounds good. All right, Katie, I'm looking forward to you giving our audience some examples of how Flow works.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have here up on my screen here a demo shop that I've been running. And what I have open right now is the Shopify Flow app. So Shopify Flow is provided to all Shopify Plus merchants free of charge, and it's an app that you can download from the Shopify App Store. And so I've got it open here, and what I'm going to do is sort of take you through a quick tour of Shopify Flow, and then we're going to build a workflow together to solve a sort of a problem or an idea that I have. So what you're looking at right here is just a simple list of workflows that I've created, and once I walk through creating a workflow, we can come back and sort of talk about what all these things are. But I'm going to go ahead and click the Create Workflow button, and that's going to bring us into the workflow creating UI. So all workflows in Shopify Flow consist of sort of three basic building blocks, and this is why they're so simple. And the first thing is a trigger. So a trigger, if I click the Add Trigger button, is an event that happens that causes your automation to run. So whenever one of those things on the right here happens, you can tell Shopify Flow to go and make a decision on your behalf and carry things out. So the scenario that I'm going to talk about today is, I think, really fascinating and interesting, and it's sort of this idea of I want to create a VIP program, let's say, for my shop, for Titan Apparel, which is sort of the test shop that I have here. And let's say I define my VIPs as people that spend over $500 in a single order. And then I want to do something special for those VIPs. And so I'm going to walk you through how we could do something like that really simply using Flow. So let's say we want to create something that automatically tags our customers that order over $500 in one order. So we could do something here using the trigger, order created. So what we've done here is chosen order created as a trigger. And that means that every time an order is created, Flow is going to run this automation. So now I need to instruct Flow what to do once an order has been created. So you can see here, these are the other two building blocks of Flow. We have conditions and actions. So I'm going to go here and select a condition. So a condition, you can see now the UI has changed. A condition is sort of like a decision point. So we want Flow to run this workflow every time an order is created and then make a decision based on information about the order. So in this scenario that I created, what we want to do is look at the total price of the order and check if it's over $500 and then do something based on that. What we have in conditions is a whole bunch of information. And so this is all the information that you can have Flow make a decision on your behalf using. So we've got lots of information about the order. We have information about the customer. We have information about the billing address, a whole bunch of great stuff. And so what I think is really great about this is if you know exactly what you want, which is what we do right now, we care a lot about the total, you can just start typing and you can find exactly what you want, total price. If you're not sure or you're exploring or thinking about creative things that you can do, you can kind of scroll through there and read them. But in this case, we've chosen order total price and we want it to be greater than $500. So what we've now created is sort of a little decision here. So Flow will run every time an order is created. And then if the order price is over $500, we want it to do something. So now we can add an action. And actions are things that happen both inside of Shopify or potentially we have some external actions here, which are great. You can send an email, you can send a Slack message to yourself, or we've got this HTTP request for sort of our more advanced users to sort of create calls out to the rest of the world and the rest of the internet. But here we're going to do when order is created, if the price is over $500, we're going to add a tag to the customer and we're going to tag our customer with VIP. So really simply, we've now created this automation that's going to allow us to tag our VIP customers. I'm just going to save this. We can title it maybe VIP customer workflow. That seems like a good name. Hit save. And then enable it. So we've now created an automation that will run every time an order is created and then tag our customers accordingly. So we've saved it, we've enabled it. We've got this great little screen here in Flow that shows you what you've created, a little summary. And then down below, it obviously has not run yet, but this is where you'll start to see some feedback on what your workflow has been doing.
Very nice.
Yeah. So that was pretty simple, but I want to show you what power that has. For your customer and for your back office as well. So we're going to go over to my test shop and we're going to actually do it. So we're going to buy $500 worth of things. Let's see, size 8. Let's buy 3. Let's buy 4 shoes. We'll view our cart. So here I am. I'm going to buy this. So I'm just going to log in with my account, Katie Cerar at Shopify. We'll sign in. Continue to my shipping method, payment method, and I'm just going to add in a fake credit card here. All right, so I have placed an order for over $500. So if I go back into my workflow now, I can see, yeah, less than a minute ago, it was triggered by an order, and it did take an action on that order, which is really exciting. I can also go in here and check out that customer. So here I am.
I bet you're tagged.
And I'm tagged VIP, yeah. So that's super simple. It's just really easily doing those things that, manually, that would be really frustrating to go through and have to check for those big orders. But here we've just really simply tagged them. So what I'm excited about, though, is that workflows by themselves are really simple, but when you use them in concert with lots of other things, you can create some really interesting programs. So what I've actually done on this test shop here, is used Flow in combination with scripts and with some liquid templating to make a really interesting experience for my VIP shoppers. So once they've been tagged VIP, we've got this great new collection that's available to them. So this is a really simple liquid templating edition, which just says if the customer.tags contains VIP, then we're going to show this. And so now I can provide special deals, or I can give sort of a customized UI to my my different customers based on sort of different criteria. Flow and scripts works really nicely together. So I have this $90 shoe. If I add it to my cart, we can do something like this. So now automatically, let's say my VIPs always get 10% off. I give them this discount immediately, and I can also put a little note there saying thanks for being VIP.
Really nice, Katie. This customized user experience in your example based on sales amount tags can be used in so many ways. I have a high-end Beverly Hills client who has a brick-and-mortar store in Beverly Hills as well as their Shopify site. A lot of their sales are powered by celebrities, either celebrities who wear their clothes or famous celebrity brands. I can see where Flow can be set up so that if a customer buys a celebrity brand product, they would be automatically tagged with the celebrity name. Mm-hmm. And then they can be displayed a customized product collection that features a celebrity whose brands they have bought in the past, including a special theme featuring that celebrity. Mm-hmm. And going even further with the celebrity's most popular and latest products featured first. Now, that's merchandising that my Beverly Hills client is gonna love.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of really great things that we've seen merchant doing, looking at different line items and SKUs that people have bought, and then tailoring the UI to them. So saying, I know that you have this preference, so I'm going to give you either deals on those things, or I'm going to bring those up to the surface so you find them and hopefully convert faster. So the other thing, I think these combinations with customer-facing things are really interesting, but I also think there's a lot of power in Flow sort of for back-end and back-office work as well. So I'm just going to go back, Roby, and show you a few more workflows that I've set up, and we can see them in action. So here's the one we just created here, which is our VIP customers workflow. But I have a few more set up here. So one of them is this one, which is notification about new VIP order. And this one also looks at orders when they're created and says, and actually I'll go into edit so we can see some of the logic in here. So it says if one of the order customer tags is VIP, then we can add a tag to the order. So maybe the person who's doing picking and packing sees, oh, this is a VIP. I'm gonna, make the packaging extra special and make sure that it looks really great for them. And we have a really lovely integration with Slack. So I can send myself a Slack message to say, hey, there's a new order from a VIP customer, and I can put their name, I can put their email in there, maybe how much they bought, and maybe a link to the order as well. So this allows, if you've got different reps for different kinds of VIPs, they can have that information pushed to them rather than having to go in and check it all the time to look for the new orders.
And if you don't currently use Slack, the notice can be sent via email to you or your staff to contact the VIP customer with some personal attention. The reality is, without Flow, the more successful you are, the more orders you would have to manually dig through, which probably means you will not give the VIP customers the extra attention they deserve.
Yeah, and I think that's really the whole point of Flow, is to let you to sort of scale your back office and do things at scale without without having to do all of that manually again. So I'm just going to close out of here. And there was another one actually I wanted to show you, and then we're going to see them all work together. So this is one that's actually looking at out of stock. So if we pop in here just to check it out in detail, what it's going to look for is whenever the inventory quantity changes on a product variant, it's going to check and say, is the product variant total inventory now equal to 0? And the prior inventory number was above 0, so it's really looking to catch that case when it goes from 1 to 0 or from 5 to 0 or something like that. In that case, send me an email to let me know that it's out of stock, along with information about what the vendor is for that variant. So a nice little thing that now you're not checking for when products go out of stock, you just automatically know. We can also do things, I can add an action in here to hide a product as well. So now when it goes out of stock, I'm going to make sure that it's not available on my store for purchase.
And I understand when the product gets low, you can also notify your marketing people to stop an ad, for example.
Yeah, that's a great use case. You don't want to be doubling down and spending a whole bunch of money on ads to have people come to your shop and not be able to purchase that product. So it's a great way to sort of optimize some of those ad spends. Okay, so we've got a few of those set up. What I'm going to do is go back and make another order in here and see if we can trigger a few of those. So here I am. Actually, this item, I happen to know there's only one size 11 left of the Titan Miles men's shoe. So I'm going to check out on this one as well. Pay for it with my fake credit card. Complete the order. Okay, so there's a few things here. For one, the shoe is sold out and not available for purchase. So we now have an order from a VIP, which is this one, and we see that has also been tagged as VIP customer. So that was that pick and pack scenario that we talked about. And we also see here that I've got this great new email. It may be time to reorder size 11 from the vendor Titan Running. So I can have sort of these emails. Obviously, you might want to make this a little bit more exciting, but you can have your liquid variables inserting into here and letting you know information, in a push manner rather than having to go and check yourself.
Really nice.
There are so many different ways that you can combine. I mean, you saw the number of triggers and actions and conditions that we had. There's so many different ways you can combine it and get creative about it that really I just want to sort of start getting the creativity rolling. But everybody creates something different and everyone needs something different. So that's really the power of this platform is to let you build exactly what you want to build.
And you had, during the beta testing period, you ramped up to 500 Shopify Plus merchants using this. So I can only imagine what creative things they did with this before your launch.
Yeah, we were definitely really surprised and pleasantly so, because that was sort of the hypothesis we had, which was, everybody wants to do things a little bit differently, and it really proved to be true.
Flow is really flexible. When I look at the documentation, I can envision endless combinations of things you can automate with Flow. Katie, every merchant has their own way of doing things. And with this amazing Shopify Plus app, it is so easy to create custom workflows to match the merchant's unique way of doing business and engaging their customers. Katie, how about giving us a couple more Flow automation examples?
Yeah, I have a couple more example workflows in here, just to kind of pique some of that creativity and get people thinking about the potential of what they can build in Flow. So one example here is, and we see a lot of people sort of doing different things around this, but it's looking specifically at order risk. So we have a specific trigger here called order risk analyzed, and it means that the automation is going to run as soon as order risk has been looked at with the Shopify order risk system. And so we can do something really simple that says, if the order risk level is high, then I'm going to cancel the order and maybe add a tag to the customer so I know for next time this customer seems to have risky orders. Maybe I shouldn't accept that order either. And then you can do something else that, when it's not high, then I just want to automatically capture payment and not worry about waiting for that. This is the simplest version, and you can sort of expand from here. So you might have other reasons for wanting to cancel an order. You could incorporate and say, if the order risk level is high and also the customer tag says whitelist, then don't do it. Then don't cancel the order because I know this customer and I feel confident. Even though the order risk has been analyzed as high, I'm going to let it go through anyway.
So you're going to override those things for certain customers.
Yeah. We also see some really great stuff that people are doing with sort of really high purchase value orders. So if someone orders something over $1,000, then don't capture payment right away. Instead, send a message to one of the sales reps, and they can go and give that customer a call and say, is the money available in the account? Are you good if I capture payment now? And even to sort of make that personal one-to-one relationship right off the bat after a big order. And there's definitely lots of really great stuff that you can do for products as well. So we have a trigger here that's when a product is added. And I know there's a lot of tedious work that has to happen when you add a product to a store. And sometimes that's just about tagging a product. So we have here a simple workflow that looks at the SKU. So when you add a product, it says, if the SKU starts with SO, then I'm going to tag it with socks. And if it starts with SH, I know that one is a shirt. So I'm going to tag it with shirt. And if it starts with SN, then I know that one is a sneaker, so I'm going to tag it with sneaker. So this is a great way to sort of populate those, and then that in turn might populate your smart collections. It might change some of the liquid stuff that we talked about. It could inspire different behavior with scripts and sort of shipping scripts, for example. So there's lots of really great things you can do just based off of something like a SKU on a product when it's added. This is only a few examples. I've just scratched the surface, but I'm really excited to see what people build, and we're excited to continue to build on top of this and sort of enable even more use cases.
I did a podcast a few days ago with David Mullenkamp, who's Director of Product at Shopify Plus, and as he explained, the Flow team will be continuing to add more automation features, so Flow will become even more amazing. I use the word amazing a lot here when I'm talking about Shopify Plus. But right now, with Flow's current robust automation features, so far as I'm concerned, Flow has transformed Shopify Plus into Shopify Plus Plus. I would say for certain, no other e-commerce platform has anything like Shopify Flow.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think that my favorite part about this is you don't have to write a single line of code to be able to do it. So, those things you're talking about were always possible using the APIs, but you had to know how to program or you had to have the people or the budget to do it. But like I showed you here today, you can really simply create those programs with just a couple clicks and a little bit of time.
and a little bit of creativity to let you automate your store the way that best suits you. If you're already a Shopify Plus merchant, you can get the Flow app in this Shopify app store, or contact your agency or your Shopify Plus Merchant Success Manager, or contact me, Roby at PlusRowby.com. I'll be happy to help you out. Also, if you're a merchant who wants to look into stepping up to Shopify Plus, contact me at Roby at PlusRowby.com. Flow is just one of the many reasons to choose Shopify Plus. Thank you, Katie. I'm sure our audience were impressed and amazed. Well, maybe I've used amazed too much here today. I'm sure they were astonished, stunned, and thrilled with Shopify Flow.
Thank you, Roby.
We've been speaking with Katie Cerar at Shopify Plus headquarters. Katie is the Flow eCommerce Automation Product Manager. Join us next time for PlusRowby, where we feature everything about Shopify Plus, including behind the scenes at Shopify Plus, app demos, and interviews with Shopify key players, podcasts, webinars, and much more. Please share, like, tweet, retweet, and, well, you get my drift. I'm Roby Gorin. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you at PlusRowby.com.